Have you ever stopped to think about a love that never fails? A love that asks for nothing in return to exist? That never abandons you even when you feel unworthy of being loved? It sounds like something out of a movie, a fairy tale. But what if I told you that this love is real, accessible, and already available to you now? Stay with me until the end, because what we're about to reveal here could completely change the way you see God and yourself. The love of God is not an abstract or theoretical concept. It is practical, constant, and deeply personal. In 1 John 4:8 it is written, "Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." Notice, God doesn't just have love, He is love. His essence, His nature, His entire being overflows with love. And this love does not depend on our performance, our history, or our religion. He loves before we recognize Him. Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Do you understand the depth of this? He loved us at our worst moment. But why is this love so different from everything we know? What makes it so deep, so unconditional? Stay until the end, because this answer will surprise you and perhaps even heal something within you. The parable of the prodigal son, Luke 15, is one of the greatest demonstrations of God's love. The son asks for his inheritance, leaves home, squanders everything, and only returns when he has nothing left. And what does the father do? He runs to meet him, embraces him, clothes him, puts a ring on his finger, and throws a party. This story is not about the son, it's about the Father, about the love that does not depend on what we do, but on who God is. How many times have you felt unworthy, distant, thinking that God has abandoned you? The second part of this video will open your eyes to how God's love operates behind the scenes of your pain, even when you feel nothing. Many people associate God's love with the absence of problems. But the Bible never promised an easy life. What it promises is presence. In Isaiah 43:2 it is written, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you." But note, He didn't say if you pass through, but when. God's love walks with you through fire and the most turbulent waters, and even when He seems silent, His love still speaks. Sometimes God allows silence to teach us to hear the sound of faith. In the darkest moments, when all seems lost, He continues to sustain us. Like a father watching his child grow, God sometimes silences Himself so that we learn to trust, even without understanding. Perhaps you are waiting for a visible miracle, a supernatural sign. But God's love is revealed in the little things, in the comfort that comes in a silent prayer, in the hug of someone when you need it most, in that peace you don't understand but feel. It is Him saying, "I am here." Look around. Perhaps His care is closer than you imagine. Did you know that sometimes God says no precisely because He loves us? It seems contradictory, but it is one of the greatest proofs of love. He sees what we do not see. Wait until you hear what happened to Paul. The Apostle Paul prayed 3 times for God to remove a thorn from his flesh. But God replied, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9. God did not remove the pain, He revealed His love through it. This shows us that God's love does not spare us from difficulties, but strengthens us in them. He teaches us to depend, to grow, to mature. Now think, if the Creator of everything became man, suffered, was betrayed, spat upon, humiliated, crucified, all for you, what other love compares to this? John 3:16 is the most quoted verse in the world, and for a good reason. For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life. It's not just a phrase, it's the summary of the love that changed the history of humanity, a love that chose to die so that you could live. But God's love does not stop at the cross. It continues today, calling you every day, even when you fail, when you hide, when you feel ashamed. God never tires of loving you. You can try to run, but He will never give up on you. Many people carry traumas, fears, and guilt for years, believing they are unworthy of being loved. But God's love breaks these chains. He not only heals what is wounded, He restores what seemed dead. You are not a mistake. You are part of the plan. When this love invades the heart, it transforms everything. People who were sunk in addictions, depression, despair find new life. God's love not only welcomes you, it lifts you up, directs you, empowers you. It is a love that acts. You have no idea what begins to happen when you open your heart to God's love. Everything changes. Your perspective, your pains, your priorities, even the way you see yourself. Today, God is calling you to a real, intimate, and transformative relationship. He doesn't just want you to know Him by hearsay. He wants you to experience His love. It doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, or where you are. He loves you. Period. If this video touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you want to continue learning more about God, about this love that frees, heals, and transforms, then subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and watch the upcoming videos. There's a lot coming that will build your faith and rekindle your hope. You are not here by accident. God brought you.